Hello everybody, this is Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Mugen Power cases for the HTC One X. These cases are available for the HTC One X, which is the AT&T version, or the HTC One XL, that would be the exact same version, and they're also available for the international quad-core version as well. They come in black and they also come in white, and they come in two different flavors. One is a 6,000 milliamp hour battery case and the other one is 3,200 milliamp hours. So let's talk about the results, the form factors, and how they work so that you can decide which is the best option for you. So we're going to start off with the different form factors of these two batteries. This is the 6,000 milliamp hour battery. This is the 3,200 milliamp hour battery. Of course, you can expect the 6,000 milliamp hour battery to be roughly twice the size of the 3,200. With the phone installed, the weight came out to be about a pound, which I weighed on a calibrated gram scale, and the 3,200 milliamp hour battery at the phone install is just a little bit over half a pound. When considering the beefy size of this battery, you also have to consider that tablet batteries are about 7,000 milliamp hours, so you're getting roughly about that with this battery here. Taking a look at the build quality of these cases, they are very, very sturdy, hard plastic. You shouldn't have any creaking or twisting or breaking that can happen with these, so good job, Mugen. These are very sturdy built. The backing of this case does not show scratches easily. It does show smudges fairly easily, but they are easily wiped off, so that is not an issue at all with the materials that this is made with. Inside the case you have two pogo pins which conveniently help to charge the phone. You can see the pogo pin port right here. When installing the phone you need to be quite careful because if you have it slide around and you can't get it to seat correctly, you can scratch up your phone back fairly easily. So the best thing is to seat it against the side here, hold down with your thumb so it doesn't slide about anywhere, then simply push down. Once it is on there very well. It is very tough to pop out of the case itself, so you don't have to worry about it. It isn't easy to take this off either, so you have to train yourself a bit. Simply take your thumbnail, go along one of the weakest points of the case and just pop outward. There you go. Once you get the hang of it, it's not bad at all. On the side here you have a switch to turn on or off the battery power. Right now it is in the off position. You can see that the battery is fairly low at 13% and it's not charging at the moment. Go ahead and flip that switch to the on position. Immediately you should see a charging symbol. You have an opening here for your micro USB charger. On the top you also have an opening for your headphone jack. On the sides you have an opening here for your volume rocker. You also have a sizable opening for your camera and your flash, which doesn't cause any issues with reflecting or bounce back. It's nice now because you can simply just place the phone down and you don't have to worry about the back or the camera being scratched up. My one issue with the case is that it doesn't protect the screen of the phone or the edges at the top. I realize that this is more or less an extended battery that you can dock your phone into and not a protective case. Just like with any other extended battery, you're going to need to find some other means of protection for your screen. I think it would be awesome if they could provide some type of silicone accessory that would go over this so that it can protect the top part of your phone as well. On the back of the case here you have a white printed Mugen Power branding. You've also got a hole for the speakers on the back of your phone so those aren't obstructed in any way. You can hear the phone very clear. You've got a battery light indicator here. There are 5 holes. When you press on it, the 4 that are here, this is 25, 50, 75, 100%. They are bright LED blue and they let you know how much is left inside the phone. The one that stays not lit will be a bright red LED when it is plugged in. You can see that you've got your micro USB port there. With the 3,200 milliamp hour battery, this is the 3,200 milliamp hour battery, it is safe to both have the phone inside the case and charge the case at the same time. So in order to charge the case with the phone in, you need to make sure that the case is in the on position. That way it will charge the phone and the case at the same time. But as far as the 6,000 milliamp hour battery, they warn you not to charge the phone inside the case, or they don't know, it could be high voltage, it may cause damage to the phone, so that's something to keep in mind, that you can charge the phone in the case when you have the 3200 milliamp hour battery case, but you can't do that with a 6000 milliamp hour battery case for safety reasons. A question that I want to clear up for everybody is that once the phone stops charging at 100%, the battery does not continue to drain. Even if you have it in the on position, it will not continue to drain unless the battery starts dropping below 100%. So you don't have to worry. If you had forgotten to turn off the case overnight, it shouldn't be an issue. Now, I didn't think for a second that I was going to get away with not doing the pocket test. So here is the 3200 milliamp hour battery right here. So I'm going to be doing the worst case scenario, which would be tight-fitted jeans, my favorite tight-fitted jeans at this moment. Let's go ahead and see how this fits in the pocket. You can slide that in. As soon as putting it in, I realized it's quite snug, it's quite tight. I don't think that's something that I'd like to sit with, but I'd imagine that if I had a baggy pair of jeans, or if you guys have dude jeans that kind of have those cargo pockets, you shouldn't be feeling it too much in there. Now, considering that this is more of a cover rather than a protective case, it would probably make sense to take it off after the battery is fully charged and to go ahead and put it in whatever case that you're using at the time and use this as a portable docking station for charging. Let's go ahead and try it with the 6000 milliamp hour battery. Ooh, thick. Now realize this is 6000 milliamp hours. This is like putting a tablet in your pocket, which is going to be a little bit difficult, right? So we can go ahead and slip this in my tight-fitted pocket. Yeah, that's tight there. I think that still, if you are a big guy and you have big jeans and baggy pockets, that you should be just fine with it. But if you're going to be wearing something fitted like I am, it's not going to feel too comfortable in the pocket. So quite big. Alright, now let's get to the juicy stuff, no pun intended. This is the 3200 milliamp hour battery case, and inside the HTC One X is a 1800 milliamp hour battery, which is not very good. It's disappointing, HTC, really. At 3200 milliamp hours, you should be able to get almost twice the battery life that exists in this phone. With the phone at 100%, that's 1800 milliamp hours plus 3200 milliamp hours, which gives you 5000 milliamp hours. That is very impressive and should last you quite some time. The results that I am noting is from the AT&T version of the HTC One X or the HTC One XL, which you can also find in Canada. That would be the international dual-core version. As far as my experience with the battery, I had my phone at about 13%. The battery case was at 100%. I had used it very heavily. I had a movie going, I was chatting on it, I had played some games on it. It took about 5 hours for this thing to charge the phone up to 75%, and this guy had finally died at that 5-hour mark. And then I was able to discharge from 100%. Going from overnight to pretty heavy use the next day, I had gotten about 16 hours and then the 5 hours of charging it, so that's about 21 hours of battery that I realistically got with this while using the phone very heavily. Now, if you're not someone who's an extreme power user, I'm sure that you're going to get a lot more battery life out of this, and it looks realistically like getting a full charge when you have your battery at full charge and nearly 2 full charges after that, so it's pretty sweet. When looking at its bigger brother, if you have the phone in combination at 100% with the 6000 milliamp hours, that's 7800 milliamp hours that you have to waste doing whatever the hell you want. This battery is going to last you for a very long time. In the scheme of things, I got about 2 times what I had gotten with this guy here. So that is roughly 2 full days of extremely heavy use, watching movies, playing games, doing chats for hours because I'm a huge sucker for that, reading emails, being an insane person, browsing everything you could possibly want to know. This guy is my best beefy friend right here. So check these out, MugenPowerBatteries.com. The 6000 milliamp hour battery retails for $111.95. The 3200 milliamp hour battery retails for $95.95. That does seem to be a little bit steep, but you need to pay attention to something, that when you purchase a battery from Amazon or you get one from eBay that are quite cheap, you are probably getting a cheap battery as well. That is the one thing that I can't stress enough, is that sometimes I see with certain battery brands, if you take off the wrapping on them, that they are 2 cells.
that do not add up to the battery power that they are claiming. So I have a hard time supporting cheap batteries. I don't want them around my phone. I don't trust them. If they work for you, great, but just letting you know that these are the real deal and very high quality. That's why they cost what they do, for labor and creation, so it's not really that unreasonable for a great product.
So this has been Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff. Thank you so much for joining me on the quest to make the HTC One X more powerful. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, which is at @Iam_Erica. You can also become my friend on Facebook by going to my YouTube main channel page. I also have a link for my Google Plus there and a donation box, should you ever feel generous. And thank you everybody so much again. Have an awesome evening. The sun is going down. It is very bright.